We love our pets, and we want to share everything with them, our homes, our lives, and our food. But can they eat the same things we can? Well, dogs don't metabolize foods exactly the same way we do, so some foods that are safe for us may be toxic or even deadly to them, and some are totally fine, even healthy. In this video, we'll try to answer some of the most asked questions on the internet that begin with, can dogs eat bananas, apples, strawberries, watermelon, grapes? We'll also learn about some other foods and which are or aren't safe for dogs. Somebody asked, we discuss some of the most asked questions on the internet and beyond. Let's begin with foods your dog cannot eat. These foods are bad for dogs. All vegetables in the allium family, such as garlic, onions, chives and leeks. These vegetables contain organosulfoxides, which are toxic to dogs. Eating them can cause their red blood cells to oxidize and lead to anemia, causing lethargy, weakness, fainting, vomiting and diarrhea. Avocados. Every part of the fruit contains a fatty acid called persin, which is toxic to dogs. Consuming them can lead to breathing difficulty, oxygen deprivation and even death. Bones, specially cooked. Cooked bones of any type can be a choking hazard. They can splinter when chewed and eventually puncture a dog's digestive tract, which can be fatal. Chocolate. Chocolate contains stimulants like theobromine and caffeine, which dogs can't metabolize well. Ingesting it can cause diarrhea, vomiting and, in severe cases, seizures, irregular heart function and even death. Coffee and tea. Dogs are more sensitive to caffeine than humans. Ingesting enough of it can damage major organs like the liver, heart, kidneys, lungs and their central nervous system. Grapes and raisins. While it hasn't been established which substance found in grapes is harmful to dogs, eating them can poison a dog and cause vomiting, lethargy and kidney failure, which can be fatal. Lemons and limes. Lemons contain multiple compounds toxic to dogs, including citric acid and psoralen. In large quantities, they can cause vomiting, diarrhea and gastric obstruction. Macadamia nuts. While it's unknown what makes macadamias poisonous to dogs, eating them may cause a dog to vomit, lose coordination, overheat, become lethargic and depressed. Nutmeg. Nutmeg contains a substance called myristicin, which can be toxic to dogs if ingested in large quantities. Signs of nutmeg poisoning include dehydration, hallucinations, seizures, and can be fatal. Raw meats. Although dogs have the ability to digest raw meats, uncooked meat puts them at risk of bacterial and parasitic infections such as Salmonella and E. coli, which can be harmful for both the animal and humans living in the same household. Spicy foods. Spicy foods can cause stomach problems in dogs, including vomiting, ulcers, and diarrhea. Xylitol. This artificial sweetener, frequently used in chewing gum and sweets, is extremely toxic to dogs, causing their bodies to produce a lot of insulin, which can cause hypoglycemia and be life-threatening. The next list contains foods that aren't exactly toxic to dogs, but that can cause a variety of complications if consumed in large quantities. Personally, I would avoid them altogether. Here they are. Broccoli. Although safe in small quantities, broccoli contains isothiocyanates, a compound that may irritate a dog's digestive system. Dairy. While dogs can drink milk from their mothers, any other types of dairy, like cow, goat, etc., could make them sick, as lactose intolerance is very common in dogs. Honey. While honey can improve a dog's immune system and is safe if offered in small amounts, it's high in sugars and can lead to weight gain and tooth decay. Ice cream. Since it normally contains large amounts of sugar, fats and lactose, ice cream won't do your dog much good, as it could cause lactose intolerance, weight gain and tooth decay. Mushrooms. While many store-bought mushrooms like portobello are safe if offered plain, there's an array of wild mushrooms that can be highly toxic to dogs, causing kidney and liver failure. Nuts. Although plain, unsalted nuts are generally safe for dogs to eat in small amounts, they can represent a choking hazard because of their shape and size. They are also difficult for dogs to digest and high in fat. A high-fat diet can lead to pancreatitis, which is very serious. Salt. Canines normally consume a small amount of salt in their daily diet. However, too much salt can lead to dehydration, sodium ion poisoning, and even death. The following foods are safe to give to your dog, but they must be properly prepared or selected. Meats: beef, chicken, fish, shrimp, pork, turkey. These are safe, but they must be prepared properly. Remove bones, skin, shells, any choking hazards, and excess fat. Fully cook them to kill potential parasites and bacteria. Avoid any kind of seasoning, like salt. Apples. Apples are perfectly safe and healthy for dogs to eat. However, it's important to remove the seeds, which contain cyanide and can be toxic. A few seeds aren't dangerous, but if eaten frequently, they can cause necrosis. Banana. Rich in nutrients, bananas are healthy for dogs, but should be offered without the peel, which can cause intestinal blockage. Corn. Kernels are safe in moderation, but do not give them the cob, which can cause intestinal blockage. Potatoes. They must be fully cooked, as raw potatoes contain higher levels of solanine, which is toxic to dogs. Here too, no seasonings, salt or oily potatoes. Tomatoes. Ripe tomatoes are safe for dogs, but green tomatoes contain glycoalkaloid, which can cause nausea, abnormal heart rate, muscle weakness, and difficulty breathing. And finally, here's a list of foods that are safe and even healthy for dogs because of their vitamins, minerals, and fiber. However, it's important to remember to remove pits and hard skins and cut them in bite-sized pieces to prevent choking. Offer them as natural as possible, avoiding canned versions, as they tend to contain salt, sugar, and preservatives that can be harmful to dogs. Here they are: blueberries, carrots, celery, cucumbers, green beans, green peas, mango, quinoa, rice, strawberries, and watermelon. We hope this list was comprehensive enough, but remember that just like people, each dog is different and will react to foods differently. So if you're thinking of giving your dog a new food, consult a vet first. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, you might also like one of the suggestions we've picked for you. Also, subscribe for more. We upload a new video every week discussing some of the most asked questions on and offline. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave it in the comments. It might become our next video. See you next time.